Great project managers think about everything they need to make their project successful. But so many leave one aspect on the table and don't think about it, and that's marketing mojo. So many project managers think, well, it's not a consumer product, so why do I need to worry about marketing? Or there's a department for that. But actually, your project, your solution, and your product, whether that's an event, a solution, or a product, need to be marketed. Why? Because you want to create awareness, excitement, and adoption. You need to show the journey to your users and the company as a whole. You want to manage your stakeholders by getting them excited about what you're doing and backing what you're doing. You want to do all of that inside your project. That's your marketing mojo. So let's talk about my tips for getting marketing mojo going on your project today. So let me give you this quote from American Marketing Association. Marketing is the activity to deliver and exchange offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. That's the definition of marketing, sharing and exchange of value. I'm going to do this. Here's why it's valuable to you. So you probably know about the 5 P's related to marketing. This is a little different. This is related to marketing for projects. So I'm going to show you my 5 P's here. First, you want to make it personal. That means for each audience, you want to make it specific for them, as if that individual is reading it just for themselves. So you're going to want to think about, is this for a general stakeholder, the project sponsor, or for the end user, or someone else? Make it specific. Make the value in each sequence of information that you send specific for them. Make it project focused. You are focused on your solution or your event. So starting with the end in mind, you're going to want to create a sense of a hero journey. Who is your end product for, your end solution, the event for? Make that hero journey clear. Start with all kinds of marketing messages that relate to how the new way of working is going to improve how things are today. Clearly state the timeline. So are they going to expect this at the end of the year, at the beginning of next year? Give them some sense of what's going to happen when. And also build excitement through testimonials. I find these videos of very short, 30-second or minute-long testimonials about the expectations or the testing results or something else can be really, really beneficial. And this can be for an end user, but also it should be from the top too. Don't forget that. You want to have someone from the CEO's office or the CFO's office talking about how this is going to benefit the end users and the company. Next is purpose. You want to create an arc of information here. First, you're creating awareness. You're influencing, informing, and finally, you're selling. You're selling your ideas, you're selling the end solution, you're selling the final product, whether, again, that's an event, a solution, or a physical product for your organization or your client. The first thing on awareness is just sharing with people that this thing is happening and an initial value statement. Next, you're going to get a little bit deeper and try to influence. So here you're trying to explain the reasons why for that audience member that we've talked about already. You're going to be informing them about those deadlines we mentioned. When is this going to happen? When are improvements going to be seen? When are we going to go live with that product if that's associated with your project? And finally, you're going to sell it on them. This is where the testimonials come in, really making sure that they understand not only the value proposition, but kind of get excited, generating the kind of excitement and interest in the product to really start that adoption process, which is what your project's going to need to create acceptance of your end product. And in the final step of selling, you're going to want a call to action. That might be sign up for the product, register for the event, or download the new solution on an app. Either one of these call to actions needs to be reinforced in multiple ways. So you're going to want to think about the timeline for each of these marketing steps and how each message builds on this point to the final call of action. The next P is placement. Now, this really relates to mirroring the timeline, the horizon of the messaging, and how you're going to distribute or place that messaging. Some key ways you can do this is think about when you're going to go digital, when you're going to add video, but also when you're going to have something hard copy. If you have an internal product, for instance, and you want people to sign up or engage or download something, you might want to have some paper document, a little flyer with a QR code so people can download, maybe posters in the hallways, or maybe tabletop cards with quick action or frequently asked questions. And this will help people understand better what they're meant to do, what taking action looks like. You might even want quick reference cards for after you're live to help continue that adoption and also reinforce some of the key steps people might need to do if they're operating a new solution, for instance. Next, think about leveraging your marketing content. This means trying to use something multiple times in different ways as you build your message from awareness to adoption. But it also means think about placing it in different locations. Do you have a newsletter? Do you use social media internally or externally where this content could be used? If you have a solution that relates to a website, are you linking that, but also putting refreshed data on the website? You might think about making videos that are one, how-to, which are maybe a 5 to 8 minute video, and shorts, which are maybe a 30-second to 1 minute video. The shorts would be focused on the why, and the long form videos would be more of your how. How would you do this thing? What do people need to know? People are so much more willing today to watch a video, especially a short one, that gives them the information they need right away, rather than read a lot of content. So think about that as a way of communicating the basics of how to get started on anything you're doing, whether it's joining an event or a solution that you're implementing. If you want people to act in a certain way, go to this website, do these things, join this event, check out the schedule and so on, you're going to want to actually show them that. Now, a lot of people think, well, people know how to get online and join an event, but what you're actually trying to do is inspire them to do all the things you'd like them to do. I always liken it to the idea of a Coca-Cola commercial. People know how to open a bottle of Coke and drink it, but what you're showing them is the reaction and also the process of imagining they are doing that thing. This is what that kind of marketing can do, and videos do it best. When I'm working on a solution or event, prevalence also comes in. And that's the next point, which is how long do I have to do this? That goes back to that timing thing. Now, if you don't have a lot of time, you're going to need to go from awareness to influencing to adoption very quickly in that selling process of having a call to action. Compression hurts your marketing. So try not to do that if you can help it. 3 months is kind of a minimum. Where I've had 3 weeks to do a marketing message, we can just get to kind of awareness and then slam in the selling action message. That's not ideal. You really want to build this tidal wave of content so that people feel comfortable with it and start to see it regularly. You know, when you listen to a song on the radio that you might not like, you'll find if you listen to it enough, you kind of like it. This is one of those things. Persistence is important to having people understand and adopt almost anything. So it's a persistence, a pervasiveness, a prevalence of the content that helps marketing messages get out. So marketing's not hard, but you do need the right people, the right timing, the right planning, and the right outcomes. So make sure you have some marketing savvy on your project, whether it's part of your comms group or a separate group all about the marketing. Either way, you're going to want to make sure you've got your marketing mojo in place, because selling your project, your team, your outcome is part of a project manager's job. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, and you want to know more about marketing, check out this video on how to sell a message. And I'll see you next time on ProjectSkillsMentor.com. Bye-bye, everybody.